the range issue here as well. Like, sure, you have poke from Doran on the Jace, but you don't have long range for your AD carry. There's a decent front line here with the Ambessa, but there's just so many threats that Xayah's ult needs to be utilized very, very well, very carefully.
Both of them at the height of the Galio meta.
Yeah, I mean,
and looked really, really good. It's always been a treat.
Oh,
Lazy Feel, this is a treat for him and not one that he really wants. I think knows that he's dead as he throws down the barrier. There's the Wind Becomes Lightning as Owner is going to make sure that the Ezreal dies. And over the wall goes Sponge, understanding that this 1v2 is not one that he can take. First blood to T1.
End up going for any aggression there, but now Doran looking for the execute, and will be successful. That was a really smart play, knowing that they're going to come up and try to punish him, and he will just get out for free.
Yep, so they're going to start these up immediately. Sponge moves over, gets full information. All right, there's the weave as well. Andal flashing over, looking for Carrier. Hasn't pressed that W just yet, as there it is. Into the wall they go. Seismic Shove is fantastic. Heroic entrance. Not getting the knockups they're looking for, but Andal's still in trouble. Carrier going to be going down first, though, as it's both supports lying on the floor. The barrier comes in. Lazy Feel is still going to get cut down by the feathers, and Yukal, oh no, doesn't manage to hit the rocks. As the flash goes forward, the Justice Punch comes in, and oh, that was actually really cute.
That's the end of that, so Yukal does get out with his
Did
leg.
He get stopped because the rocks were still there?
I'm actually not sure.
Looked a little bit weird.
Well, we'll see maybe on the replay.
We'll check in.
I thought he just went back.
Oh no, there weren't any rocks.
Yeah, I think he just went back, but you
like,
were able to see that like right away.
But it was weird, like, because you can't cancel Justice Punch, right? Like, so as soon as you're starting to do that, like something had to stop him. Well, but I was sure the rocks weren't there.
Yeah, I thought he just went into the wall maybe, but the rock was there.
The fact that they managed to grab that dragon, nothing yet on the board for DRX. Have to see them find a bit of an angle here as Sponge even finding an interrupt on Carrier. There's a cease and desist as well. Seismic Shove pushes him back. Carrier's just dead. Heroic entrance might be heroic, but it is not going to save that Rakan.
Really looking forward to seeing how he's going to pilot this champ. He's already had one good fight as Doran.
Yeah, Rich going to be like finding the ultimate. Immediately onto Doran here, and oh, Sponge. Perfect positioning once again. Continues charging, but that's a great flash from Doran. Able to get that hammer blow back as well, and Andal's lying on the floor for some reason.
Way too far with no teammates. Like,
and the good old
backing.
The problem was it wasn't a reactionary steadfast presence. It was instead a little bit of a worry here if he continues to get powered up. And Sponge going to be denying that one, so only one objective to be taken here by DRX.
Critically gets that one without the smite, so has another opportunity to grab an additional.
Yeah. Andal is level 6, did manage to make it there as the wall comes through. They're looking for Gumayusi. They will be giving away a few of these grubs, but Gumayusi is going to die. Does have to use all of the summoner spells as Yukal could almost just die here, and Gumayusi will survive. T1 take 4 out of the 6 grubs in the early stages of the game as well, and I'd say if you're a T1 fan, you're real happy with how that one went.
I mean, I told everyone he's the one you can trust.
Never mind. Maybe don't be. Oh, never mind. He's fine.
He's the one you can trust.
Totally fine. Calculated. Yeah, you can.
And they ended up giving up the grubs as well. Now Rich is isolated. Sponge comes over. Does have ult flash.
Yeah. Let's see whether they can deny this first turret, because that'll mean feats of strength going over to T1. Faker. Let's see it. Okay, there is the public execution, and Doran will be going down first. Oh, they take their time! They take too long! And he's able to get the kill onto Rich. Sponge versus Faker here. I think it's probably still pretty good for Faker, despite the fact that he is Galio, not necessarily good at dealing with physical damage, but he's just able to walk it off.
Going to get additional plate gold with Carrier. Looking for the first turret as well, which would be feats for them.
Yep, that's
they won't get it.
So T1 will be able to collect that one for themselves. Like this, you know, like the protect the president. Faker with a lot of utility. Owner on a champion that can just brawl with you early on in the game. And in this composition, Doran's kind of irrelevant.
Quite connect. And now Doran's going to grab this turret as well. And man, T1 snowballing this gold lead. 2 turrets, 3,000 gold ahead at 14 minutes.
Rift Herald started up here for T1. And are DRX going to be capable of stopping T1 from just getting what they want in this game? That's the big question.
Yeah, I mean, I think in this fight the answer is no. They're just not set up for it at all. I mean, they're not even here. That delay on the back was pretty huge, actually. You know, so adding up a little bit.
Yeah, I like the fact that he went Silk Shoes. Actually going for a bit more damage than you otherwise get. Almost towards the burn urn, perhaps. Unless he does go for, you know, something else, could be a little bit more of a battle Galio, but that is going to be second dragon for T1. Quite done just yet.
T1 have gotten basically everything but that first Dragon. And they're looking for more here.
Yep, Ona going in. Oh, the seismic shove is gorgeous, but he does have that crescent guard. They're trying to block these dashes. The Xin Zhao goes down as Rich zoning Gumayusi out of this fight. Sponge just getting the heck out of there. Red buff will be secured here by Doran, but he might die for it. That could be a little bit of a problem. Faker able to make his way out as there's a public execution this time onto Faker, but he creates the distance he's looking for. Featherstorm comes through from Gumayusi. He's still at full health as the heroic entrance, once again not finding a lot of value. Decent knockup. Faker is likely to go down, but he trades for Sponge. Yukal's over the wall. The seismic shove onto Doran. He finds the big rock carrier. Is he able to get out? The battle dance says absolutely, because he just dashes all over the place, and they don't have infinite rocks. They don't have the most steadfast presence, but they do have Rich. And let's see whether he can grab a double here. The grand entrance is decent. Seismic shove misses. And oh my god, they had like 20 health between them.
I mean, Guma held his flash until the very, very end.
Oh, true shot barrage. Oh, it gets him. And Carry gets taken down. Andil, big giggle for that one.
The gold lead is thinned out significantly. They're only 2,000 behind. That'll get even smaller once this turret falls here. Rich will get the whole thing. His team is already on his way out. I know, we have more.
Oh dear, Gumayusi's dead. There it is. That is the cease and desist plus the seismic shove combo. There is teleport coming in towards his top side, and Rich is going to join, looking to try and get rid of Doran. There is still an outer turret up there, so he does have a bastion of safety he can head towards, and Ona could make this interesting. Keeper's verdict comes down as there is the public execution. DRX looking to dive on top of the jungler, but Sponge is already down. Meanwhile, there's a battle on multiple fronts. Doran and Carrier looking like they're almost winning as LazyFeel wants to take down Doran, and he will be able to get there. In the meantime, Rich is limping away from the battle, and Ona says absolutely not. And then Andil can do absolutely nothing. Gumayusi, he'll turn up extraordinarily late, probably just to help his team grab this Arakan buff.
LazyFeel is in no man's land as well. Looking for some damage here onto Guma, but I think his fate is sealed.
Yeah, let's see whether LazyFeel can make this interesting. Arakan is on his team at the moment as LazyFeel. Oh man, I got so excited that something could almost happen.
Yeah, a little bit. I mean, now he's done enough damage here to where they can't really Arakan safely, and they're going to have to back, so it is significant.
I mean, what's the result of this? Well, the result of this is Arakan got real mad.
Yeah, moments, but something like a dragon where you have full control over this area is so free to take. And DRX don't have the damage just yet. I mean, their Ezreal's on 2.5 items, but they don't have the damage to crush Arakan in return. They're going to look for a dive on the Faker instead.
Yeah, that was a little bit weird, that whole situation, as Sponge presses the ultimate button. Faker gets out of the turret range. True Shot Barrage is going to help aid it. And Yukal not wanting to take any chances. He's going to use that ultimate just to make sure that they have as many people in the area as possible.
I mean, you get Faker, you should be able to get this turret. So you get something in return for that dragon that did go over.
Frustrating as possible as Andil finds a heroic charge. He's the only one here. Keeper's verdict comes down. There's a public execution as, of course, Ambessa can show up at a moment's notice. Doran is just so tanky, though. He gets over the wall. No one's dead quite yet, but Gumayusi is now going to turn up, and now it's Ona's turn. Oh, he gets pushed into the seismic shot, but it doesn't matter. He is so tanky, it is absurd. And Doran is still raining these shock blasts forward. I mean, tank Jace is so frustrating, man.
I guess it's just a trick, man. It seems like you can kill Jace because you're used to killing Jace all the time, but you can't kill him.
He used to be tank. Well, he's not that tanky, I guess, if Richard comes and kills him when he's on like 0 health. That's a lot of value from that Featherstorm as the True Shot Barrage sails by. Sponge in the back of this pit right now. Another opportunity for Yukal as the fists are doing the talking. For Sponge here at this stage. Not enough dashes there, unfortunately, for Rich, who will just get pummeled by this Galio, and this game has devolved.
Cleaning up a lot of those kills there in that last moment. And
all right, we need a Gleaming Quill steal. That's what we need. Oh, okay, there's a teleport. Remember, if this goes down in favor of DRX, they don't care if you kill them.
Guma actually gets so much value out of his ultimate, but then ultimately still goes down. Okay.
All right, Gumayusi once again trying to get some value out of some stuff. Triple seismic shove, and down goes the Xayah, and it's a free ticket back to the base to spend some of that money.
They're just feeling like because they have these reses, they're going to be able to take out Baron. Still fairly greedy here from DRX.
Yeah, a few things on cooldown now as Carrier is trying to battle dance around this fight. Andil off to the side, Keeper's verdict. This could be so valuable, but instead he holds onto it. Heroic entrance coming on down there as they get a few knockups. Heroic charge onto the Galio, but he's so tanky as T1, the more of these send homes that they can get without losing anyone, it's very important. 100 gold going over to Faker here as Rich. I'm not sure about that one, my friend, as he's going to dash around the fight and look for an opportunity to get something done, but he is just going to die as Doran likely to fall as well. A 1-for-1 as far as top lane is top of everything, but man, it's looking a little bit frightening. All right, there's a weave as well. Okay, UCal, that is an aggressive move. The True Shot Barrage doing so much damage. Another great shove, but Andil still going to be lying on the floor. Sponge goes in. It's going to be the secure of the soul, and this heroic entrance is looking pretty good. Still Ambessa trying to get some work done. Owner is so tanky, it doesn't make any sense. The rock's not going to be enough, but LazyFeel is able to get that kill in the end. He's going to have to be a real hero now, though, because there are 3 T1 members looking for him and UCal.
He's got his passive. Maybe he gets out.
Yep, Grand Entrance coming down. Seismic Shove is decent as Carrier. Will he actually go down? That's the question. He's trying to back, and it looks like he will survive. LazyFeel missing a bunch of buttons, and there's a flash forward from Gumayushi. 432 gold. Lying on the floor now is LazyFeel, unfortunately, and T1, they should be able to take what they want.
This doesn't feel like a pro game, Atlas.
This feels, yeah, this is fast and loose.
I don't even know what to analyze, you know? Teleport back in, this one more reasonable. Look at the flank angle here for Carrier, though, unseen.
Oh, no. Andil's going to whiff it. They can't see the health bars as Heroic Charge might make up for it. Doran is so tanky, though. Stop engaging on this guy. As Carrier will be able to dash his way out. True Shot Barrage almost managed to steal it. Seismic Shove onto 2 again. But they've got health bars for days. They've got buffs all over the place. And DRX are just running out of hope in this game. Yeah, he's going to be flashing away from that one very quickly.
That's going to be an inhibitor going down here.
Oh, there's the flash taunt. Going to connect onto 2 of them. In goes Andil, though, to try and stop this one from happening. But LazyFeel, in the blink of an eye, he disappeared. The Ambassador as well. Sorry, Rich. But it's a gray screen for now, and it looks like T1, they may not be stopping here. They might just be finishing this game off. Their first win on red side, and a pretty good sign if you want Baron to make a comeback in terms of the battle of the groups. The world champs finally on the board here with a victory over DRX here in game 1 at least. So I guess not necessarily finally on the board. Still need to do it one more time.
The problem is that you're fighting against Aurora and Rumble, which is already a strong combo. You're playing into Caitlyn Elise with a Leona support, so you're going to have a bad time in most AD carries, so it was a really tough call.
They spike so incredibly hard in the early game. All right, there's a flash cocoon, and that looks like first blood pretty comfortably. Valkyrie away here from LazyFeel as best he can, as Sponge, Warrior Tricksters to get himself over the wall. And so T1, they're going to get started on these grubs. Do have Sponge making his way up. He might be able to steal one of them away. As you can see, Owner here still with the smite available. Let's get the Q onto Andil here. Level 4 for both him and Carrier. As level 6 available for Owner, not for Sponge. They're at such a disadvantage in this fight. That should be objective number 1 going on over to T1. As well as their feat of strength that they've already picked up with that first blood. Does mean that they are poised to really let this snowball roll. Something here. We've seen not a lot of success for the Victor. In fact, the only... Okay, let's have a look at this. Just trying to clear out the wave as best he can. Is Rich. Fella's breath going to be necessary there, but the Cocoon going to land. A lot of burst damage. There's the headshot, and boom. That's it. Carrier's going to be able to pick it up in the end as Rich. You can see... Oh, he's laughing about it, but not feeling too happy about the whole situation, you could imagine.
Oh, and that's all he needs. And he died again, and the turret died with him. Oh. And that's feats of strength.
Oh, dear. Wait. Hang on, so he didn't even teleport back. How did he get back there so quickly? Wow. Okay.
So this is the second time, because you can see his ult's still on cooldown.
Yeah.
And he just died.
Fell. And there it is. So welcome back to Elise, by the way, ladies and gentlemen.
With that.
Yeah, we can start with that. As Owner's going to get flashed on here. Solar Flare comes down. That is a very deadly sin. They'll take their first kill of the game. As now Doran possibly in trouble as Rich coming in. Where was that going? That's off the tracks entirely. As Rich does get the knock-up to prove that something's going to land, but there's no one else here now. Faker not really finding very much damage with the ulti. As LazyFeel, oh dear. There's the last auto in the air from Carrier. And that is going to finish it off once again.
And DRX get one grub,
Yep, that's going to deny the feats of strength that don't matter anymore.
Yeah. That game as well, so that's part of the problem too. Like, I'm just trying to give this guy credit because he is an incredible player so early on in his career. He's 17 years old, just eligible to be a sub for Teddy in the first place, and is under a ton of pressure. He's playing against the defending world champions here. And look, they gave him Corki, but this is
when they were domestically powerful, right? Like, this is before they just started winning every world. It's like, this
when
was 2022.
They win everything. And they win this.
Yeah, like this.
Yeah.
Ace in the hole.
And like, this is why Carrier was playing like Kalista support and Caitlyn support, because you're super squishy, the enemy team has ways to catch you. But when you have full vision control and full map control and a massive lead like this, you know, Carrier just walks around the map and decides who dies. And that's what's happening. He's 100% KP in Guma. Yep, the kill squad, man. Just push him around the map and absorb gold to win a fight in an even game state, which we're not in. But I mean, this is just going to be T1 getting everything they want. This turret is next on the list.
Yep. Yukao going to tank the ace in the hole. Not too happy about that one either. It's starting to do a lot of damage. Gumayusi is just a recipe completion away from an Infinity Edge. The problem is they've got a teamfight that does really, really well against a low-range composition. And T1 is so good at just picking off a target from a million miles away.
Yeah.
And making it so that, like, these honest 5v5s just won't exist.
And, I mean, look at the zoning they can do with these traps as well. Caitlyn is known to shoot far.
Yeah, she does do that.
In terms of range. And they just grabbed this Herald for free, and now they're like, well, I guess we push Inner with it?
I don't know.
And the Rumble.
There's no explaining it that makes sense to me.
No.
Personally, as Faker could be in trouble here. As the train comes down, this time it's going to land. Nice little chain CC there from Rich, but he's well and truly by himself. And he's going to have to try and flash away the flash forward from Owner, and he kicks him in the back of the head. That's going to send him to the death chamber as Sponge. Warrior tricks to get himself out of the way, and Gumayusi doing the thing he loves to do best, which is shoot turrets. Unless he can shoot the little yodel in a plane. It's another thing that he really enjoys doing.
Yeah, he likes to get money and then use it to buy items and then kill people with it. But also killing turrets, like you said, he is a big enjoyer of that. Faker may be in trouble really for real this time, maybe?
Yeah. He's not going to be able to make that flash work, because Owner is like, yeah, you're on your own, buddy.
Owner's like, nah, sorry, man, that's all I can do.
Faker for inner turret, though, Wolf. That's the trade.
Small victory.
That's the support, by the way, versus the jungler. Carrier just half-healthing him with his Storm Surge.
I thought the Ornn was the support in this game for DRX.
Yeah.
Or wait, maybe it's the Wukong, or maybe it's the...
It could honestly be any of them at this stage.
Yeah, Doran in game one, but like it's kind of the Guma Carrier show in this one. It's very split.
I think I'm probably still on the Owner train.
I think I am too, to be honest with you, because he's had a good game here, even though it's been kind of quiet.
Yeah. I feel like this is the type of series where you kind of, okay.
Maybe it's not Carrier.
Carrier is going to die, but Lazyfield is in a lot of trouble. Still gets himself to relative safety. Gumayusi now in trouble. Yukao comes over. Oh, DRX, have you found an angle to get back in? Owner says no. The equalizer, not exactly the highest of value, but Yukao's the president. They have to keep that guy alive. He is all of the damage here for DRX. The Sponge diving towards Faker, trying to make me into a liar here as he is able to slam down with damage himself. Doran wanting to find an opportunity, but Yukao, too smart, able to walk out of the way of the...
They don't have enough control. T1 are back on the Dragon first, as you can see in live. I want to break this replay down too much because we are having some action in live.
Yeah, you can see Rich going to flash towards the wall and not over it. Faker is going to be gifted the kill, I believe. There it is. Zona once again in control of this one. We're still waiting for the Wukong to turn up as he gets into the pit. Can they deny the solar kick? Says absolutely not. Yeah, I think POM going over to Owner sounds pretty good to me, as Andal is dead. And the brief bit of DRX cool stuff comes to a T1 cannot be stopped, and yeah, they'll get the information. That's really cool. Still, the Baron is going to go down. There's nothing that they can do about it.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm at a loss for this one, Atlas.
Yeah,
even if he dies, by the way, it's fine.
It doesn't really matter. Equalizer goes down. Yukao is the target. They've decided to kill him, and thus he will die. Andal going to go down there as well. And, yep, Carrier gets to buy some items. Shirelia's going to be put together here as he gets that free trip back home. And with UCal dead, you can see slumped back in his chair, understands that this game was well and truly on his back. And Sponge, there's an interesting little situation here as T1, they understand that it's going to be really hard to stop them from just taking what they want because they can't even die. As Ona goes in, goes back out, that is going to be inhibitor number 1 going down. Mid lane can fall swiftly afterwards. There's an inner turret still up on the bottom side, so 3 inhibs probably not going to happen here, but a dead Nexus, that's certainly on the cards. There are still minions conga lining their way in. 1 Nexus turret remains. As Andal, that Eclipse Shield not going to be enough. The train sails by without causing too much harm to anyone. And UCal, I think, just going to park himself on the fountain because there's nothing he can do to stop the onslaught of T1. A 2-0. And Baron doubles the amount of kills their group has been able to pick up.
These were some of the best highlights from today's matchup. Which moment was your favorite? Let me know in the comment section below. This is OP, and I'll see you tomorrow. Take care.